Hey everyone, welcome to today's tutorial and thank you so much for clicking. If you're new here, welcome and please consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that anytime we have a new upload, you'll get notified. In this video, we're going to learn how to crochet these beautiful baby shorts. It's a very simple pattern and beginner friendly. I hope you're going to enjoy watching this video to the end. Please give it a like, share and leave a sweet comment in the comment section if you find it helpful. So this is a size for 1 to 3 years old girl and the measurements are these right here. Let me share with you the measurements I'm using. So these are the measurements I'm using. The waist circumference is between 20 to 22 inches, then the hips is 22 to 23, then the full length is 10 inches. So it's very simple like that, and the stitches used is just double crochets modified to give it a beautiful texture, and then we added this beautiful ribbon. Yeah, so watch to the end and let's get started. These are the materials that we need for this project. Yarn, I'll be using Winter King. It's 4-ply, 100% acrylic, and each ball weighs 50 grams. It's a DK weight yarn, so we will need about 2 balls of this. I have a ribbon which is about 1 meter long, yeah, and then a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. I'll need scissors, a yarn needle and a measuring tape. So to start, make a slip knot and make a foundation chain to measure between 20 and 22 inches. 1, 2, 3. Right, so I have my foundation chain. It's measuring about 21 inches. Yeah, it is 21. And I have a total of 4 chains. So the next step, we are going to join to the first chain. So I'm just making sure that my foundation chain is not twisted because we want to start making the waistband. So I'll insert my hook in the very first chain right here and slip stitch to join. Okay, then chain 2. These 2 chains do not count as a stitch, so we are going to yarn over and make a double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next chain, double crochet in the next chain, and continue making 1 double crochet in each chain to the end. So I'm in the last stitch, making the last stitch in round 1, and this last stitch we're going to make it in the first chain that we slip stitched. So insert your hook right there and make a double crochet, then go through the first double crochet and make a slip stitch to join. So this is how we complete round 1 with a total of 4 double crochets. So in round 2 we are going to chain 2. Remember, the chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. Then we are going to make front post and back post double crochets. So insert your hook through the first double crochet, grab yarn, pull through to make a front post double crochet, then yarn over, go through the back, the second double crochet, and make a front post back post double crochet. Sorry, the next one is a front post double crochet, and then the next is a back post double crochet. So for round 2 we are going to repeat this, making front post and back post double crochets to the end. So continue making front post and back post double crochets, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. We've come to the end of round 2, and we're going to join our round with a slip stitch in the very first stitch, and we have a total of 84 stitches. So round 3 you chain 2 and repeat what you've done in round 2, making front post and back post double crochets in each and every stitch. So we're just making front post on top of the previous front post and back post on the previous back post double crochets, and we're going to repeat this for round 3 to round 6. So this is round 3, and I'll meet you at the end of round 6 to show you what to do in the next step. Right, so I have 6 rounds of front post and back post double crochets, and this waistband is measuring about 2.5 inches. Yeah, it's 2.5 inches. Now the next step, we are going to start working our short down, and we are going to use double crochet. So chain 2, the 2 chains, remember, they do not count as a stitch, so we are going to insert our hook right here in the very first stitch and make a double crochet. So in this round, which is round 7, we're going to make increases in every 10th stitch. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So in this same stitch we make another double crochet, and continue making 1 double crochet in the next 9 stitches before we make the increase in the 10th stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So repeat making increases in every 10th stitch, and I will meet you at the end of this round. So if you started with the same number of chain as mine, you'll have 4 stitches remaining, and we're going to work just 1 double crochet in each to the end. So we've made increases to add 2 chains, 2 inches for the diaper allowance for this short. Remember, we are making a size for 1 to 3 years old girls. So yeah, so right now I have added 8 stitches plus 8 4, that's 92. So in the next round we are going to chain 2, and then we are making 1 double crochet in each and every stitch around. Okay, so this round 8 we are making 1 double crochet in each stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so we are at the end of this round, and to keep your seam straight, instead of slip stitching the first stitch, you can slip stitch on top of the second chain right here. You remember the 2 chains that we start with, so on top of the second chain make a slip stitch so that your seam can stay straight. But these 2 chains, remember the chain 2 that we start with doesn't count as a stitch, so chain 2, and in the next round, which is round 9, we are making 1 double crochet in each and every stitch. So we are not making increases. The only round that we made increase is round 7. Alright, so I have completed round 9, and now round 10 to round 12 we are going to switch to making crossed double crochets. So chain 2 to start this new round, and we are going to make a double crochet in the second stitch. So we've skipped the first stitch, and now we go back to the first stitch and make a double crochet. So you can see my hook is going through the back of this double crochet right here, and then insert in the first stitch, grab yarn, pull through, and make a double crochet. So this is how we make a crossed double crochet. Let's do it in the next stitch. So we skip this third stitch and go into the next and make a double crochet. Then yarn over, go back to the stitch that you skipped and make a double crochet from behind this double crochet, like that. Then the next one, we skip this stitch and make a double crochet in the next, then go back to the stitch that you skipped, make a double crochet right there. So this round we are going to repeat this pattern to the end. Skip this, make a double crochet in the next, and over, go back to the skipped stitch, make a double crochet, skip this stitch and work a double crochet in the next. So I'll meet you at the end of this round after completing making the crossed double crochets. Almost at the end of this round, so we're going to make the last crossed double crochet, then slip stitch on top of the second chain, and this is how it looks like. So round 11, chain 2, then we are going to make exactly what we've done in round 10. So you skip the first stitch and work a double crochet in the second stitch, then go back to the first stitch and make a crossed double crochet. Next, skip this stitch, then go back right there. Next, skip this stitch, work a double crochet in the next one, then a crossed double crochet. So this round 11 and round 12, we're just going to do the same thing, and I'll meet you at the end of round 12. I have completed round 12. Just going to slip stitch on top of the second chain. Then round 13, we are going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch across. So now we are doing the normal double crochet. We are not making crossed double crochets, just double crochet on top of each stitch to the end of this round, and we're going to do so in the next 3 rounds. So round 13 to 16 to 15, sorry, round 13, which is this round here, and then the next round 14 and round 15, we're just making the normal double crochets on top of each stitch. Complete the round by making a slip stitch on top of the second chain. Then chain 2 to begin the next round, which is round 14, and I'll do the same for round 15 and meet you at the end of round 15 to show you the next step. So we are making 1 double crochet in each and every stitch to the end of the round. Okay, so I have completed the 3 rounds of double crochets, and now the next 3 rounds we are going to repeat these crossed double crochet rounds. Okay, so we chain 2 to start, and this is round 16 to round 18. So we are making crossed double crochet just like we did here. So we skip the first stitch and work a double crochet in the next, and then go back to that stitch that we skipped and make a double crochet right there. And that is this is a crossed double crochet. So the next, skip this stitch and work a double crochet in the next, and then go back to make a crossed double crochet. So in the next 3 rounds we are going to make crossed double crochets, and I will meet you at the end of round 18. So if you didn't get it, get the pattern, well, you can pause and rewind to this part and watch how to make the crossed double crochets. Alright, so I have completed the 3 rounds of crossed double crochet and went ahead to count the stitches into 2 equal parts, so that now we can separate the legs. So from this stitch right here to this stitch, I have a total of 46 stitches, and then from this last stitch here and where the stitch marker is, we have 46. Okay, so each leg is going to have 46 double crochets or 46 stitches. And now we are going to make our first round for the legs. So you start by chaining 2 and then make a double crochet in the first stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next, all the way to the last stitch right here, just before the stitch marker. Sorry, just before the stitch marker. I will meet you at that point to show you the next step. So this is the last stitch before the stitch marker. I'm going to make a double crochet right there, then go to the first stitch on this other side and make a slip stitch on top of the second chain. Right, so the chain 2 stitches, the chain 2 still doesn't count as a stitch, sorry. we're just slip stitching on top of it to keep our seam straight. All right, so just to let you know something very important, before you separate your legs, your crochet area should be measuring about 7 to 8 inches from the waistline. Okay, so from this point to where you want to separate your legs should be measuring about 7 to 8 inches. So if I give this a little stretch, it goes up to 8 inches. So that's something you should note when making this size of 1 to 3 years. Okay, and I don't know if I mentioned about the waist circumference. It's between 20 to 22 inches for that age range, and the hip circumference is between 22 23. That's why I added 2 inches to give an allowance for the diapers. So we have done the first round of the leg. This is the first leg that we are making. So now we are going to make round 2. Start by chaining 2, then we are making the front post and back post double crochets, just like we started here on the waist. So front post, double crochet, and the next stitch is a back post, double crochet, then front post, double crochet, back post, all the way to the end. We've come to the end of this round 2. I'm going to make the last stitch, which is a back post, double crochet, then we slip stitch on top of the second chain to complete the round. Then chain 2 to start the next round, and we repeat making front post and back post all the way to the end. So each leg I'm going to make 5 rounds. So this is round 3 and I have 2 more to go, so I'll meet you at the end of round 5. Okay, so we complete round 5 with a slip stitch, then chain 1, fasten and cut your yarn. So this is how we complete the first leg. Okay, and now we are going to work the second leg exactly the same way we've done this. So this is the back side, this is the back side. We're going to insert our hook right here, the last stitch, then make a slip knot and pull that loop and chain 2. Okay, so in this same stitch make a double crochet, and on the other side where the stitch marker is, we are going to make 1 double crochet. So we remove that stitch marker and make a double crochet right in that stitch, then double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and each and every stitch to the end of this round 1. We complete the round with a slip stitch in the second chain, then chain 2 and make a front post in this very first stitch right here, back post onto the next stitch, then front post, back post, and continue like that to the end of this round, and repeat the pattern, just the same thing you did on the first leg to the end. So we are making 5 rounds on each leg. Okay, so I have completed the second leg and went ahead to cut the yarn, and we have a space in between the two, so we are going to sew it up. So turn your work inside out, then grab your darning needle, and the tail that you left behind when you're making the second leg is what you're going to use to close this space. Okay, so we are going to work just like that, inserting your needle randomly on the spaces. So you can see that we have closed that space. Yeah, so when you turn it on the other side, there's no space. Yeah, you can see right there. So go ahead and close the space, then hide all the tails, and that will be it. Once all the space is closed up, you go ahead and cut the hanging yarn. And the next step now, just turn it to the right side. So the next step is to make these loops that you're going to use to pass the ribbon, like this. So I have 2 at the back and 2 in front, and this is how I go about placing them on each side. So I counted stitches, equal stitches from the seam to the left side, and then equal stitches on this other side. So for example, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and then I placed that there. Then on this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and then I placed it on that side, and then I make sure that they align to the ones in front. Okay, so just like that. So I'm going to show you how to make this one. I placed a stitch marker so that I can know where to place it, and I'm going to grab my yarn, make a slip knot, then the last stitch, the last front post, is where I'm going to insert my hook. So right here, like that, then pull this slip knot and chain 11. So 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So I have 11 chains. Then I'm going to slip stitch right here where the stitch marker is. So I insert my hook right there, slip stitch, and then on to the next, a slip stitch. Once you have 2 slip stitches, we are going to make single crochets on each and every chain that we just made. So slip stitch, then single crochet on each and every chain down to the last one. Okay, so I have 11 single crochets. Now I'm going to slip stitch right here. So I'll insert my hook from this side and slip stitch, then chain 1 and fasten, then cut your yarn. So there, using the yarn needle, I'm going to hide these tails. Okay, so I'm going to hide the tails. Right, so we are done. And now just going to place this right here. Yeah, and that's it. Going to trim it. Yeah, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please remember to give it a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And until next time, bye.